My name is James Eigel. I'm 78 years old. I was born and raised in Reading, Ohio, which is about 20 miles north of here. Started taking classes here at Xavier University in August of 1952. And I graduated in May of 1956 with a degree in economics. You know, when I thought about that, I don't know that, let's say in grade school, that I had any idea of what the American dream was. We were a poor family. There were 7 children. My dad worked in a steel foundry for modest wages. And even under that scenario, I grew up to be a very happy, contented person. Probably while I was in high school, I began thinking about what my talents were, what my skills were, and I think maybe in back of all that was I wanted a better life than what my parents had. I wasn't sure how I was going to do that, but I think underlying all of that, I wanted to live a better life and have access to better things, a better way of life than what my parents had. So I think that was probably the very basis or genesis of the start of the American dream. I think today it's of paramount importance. The competition today, I think, is tremendous. When I make a comparison, say over a 50 or 60 year period, it's unbelievable today to make a comparison between the education that I had versus, let's say, the education of my children or my grandchildren. Most of these people are going to have master's degrees, and I think the competition for job opportunities is much more severe today than it was 50 or 60 years ago. Boy, you know, that is tough to answer. There have been so many people that have helped me. It's unbelievable. When I think back over that 50 or 60 year period, I mean, it was the nuns in grade school. It was the Jesuits at St. Xavier High School. It was the Jesuits here at Xavier University. And then after I got out of school, it was the people that I met in business who challenged me to be a better person. And so, kind of hard to pick one individual person, but I think it was just a multitude of people, you know, who helped me along the way. Well, you know, when I graduated from Xavier, I felt that my skill was in sales or marketing. And so my first job out of college was I took a sales job with Procter & Gamble. They taught me a lot about developing my skills that made me a better person. And as it turned out, those skills helped me at every level along the way. Even after I left Procter & Gamble, they helped me to be better organized, to motivate myself, to do very critical analysis of my strong points and my good points. What did I need to work at to be a better person? And that all started when I went to work for Procter & Gamble. And so when I started my own company in 1965, I think those skills that I learned helped me to get started off on the right foot when I started my own business. Well, I think starting my own business, very limited capital. I had no credit rating. The job that I started was oil and gas exploration, drilling and exploration. And I had no formal education in geology or engineering. So here I was entering a field that involved finding areas where there was a possibility of oil and gas production, and then developing the skills to know how to drill and to operate oil and gas wells. And so I sort of learned that by the seat of my pants. But I had no background, either prior work experience or education-wise that helped me get started. A lot of it I just did on my own. I think, the thing that I found in my own case was I ran into a lot of setbacks. Bad things happened to me. And I remember some of the books that I read when I was in college and after I got out of college, which dealt with positive thinking. And I think a lot of times when I ran into a setback or something that really upset me, I would always recollect on the idea that no matter what happens to you, always keep a positive attitude and don't lose track of your goals and objectives. And I think that's probably the best advice that I can give to anybody